Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's Alexis and I'm back with a brand new video. And today I'm going to be talking a bit about the quantum universe, the quantum reality, how to use that, the analogies that I'll give you today in your manifestation journey, how to really turn anything around, and how to understand once and for all that your reality just comes from you. And the only person that you're changing, the only person that you're imprinting with love, adoration, if it's with an SP, is you, right? So before I get started, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And make sure that you hit the bell icon in the box below. You get notified every time we post new videos. So you guys, there's always common themes with clients throughout the year. And right now, what I have been noticing, and I see it in, I think, just the manifestation community in general, unfortunately, is a lot of self-blame. Self-blame. Now, self-blame can look like this, and I hear it right now. It's about 7 out of right now. Let's see. I see 12 clients-ish a week, and so it's about 3/4 of those, especially if they're doing their first session. And I haven't given my perspective on this topic. A lot of people, through watching videos, even Create Your Future videos, are taking the opinion and the thoughts, and then therefore, right, having the mental diet of, this is my reality. I effed up. I've messed things up. I've done everything wrong. Everything is wrong with me, and I am the person to blame. It's my fault. Everything is wrong with me, right? Now, what I will say, number one, is this. Before I did my job here as a manifestation coach at Create Your Future, I was a hypnotherapist, I was a performance coach, and I also helped people unlock and release their limiting beliefs about whatever topic it was. It's just now I tend to focus on relationships because that's what our niche market is, okay? And all of the years I spent in seminars, all of the years I learned all this stuff, and all of the years I spent learning about the subconscious mind, working with others, myself going to seminars, myself working on myself. Never did anybody have this viewpoint, you guys, of it's your fault. Oh, Alexis, those limiting beliefs, man, those are just your fault. You created those, and you're just kind of you're everything's wrong now. No, you guys, really, please, if you're telling yourself that you're learning the laws of the universe, you're learning the laws of the mind, because that's what we're utilizing here. If you're learning this information and you're new at understanding where your blocks are or what's blocking you from your manifestation, please don't give yourself the mental diet umbrella whole thing of, this is my fault. I did all this. No, 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 no. What I encourage you to do is utilize the basics of our energetic reality, which is be your own observer. Be your own observer. I'm saying this for a third time to really transmit it, is be your own observer. Now, what do I mean by that? And what is the observer? And what are we observing? Okay. Now, I just so happened to make this super, you guys, how cute is this baby toy? My mom said this to my son, Logan. It came with, if you're a parent, then you know this new brand called Love Every, and they have just the cutest, most adorable, sophisticated looking baby toys, which really goes with the theme of our house. And this got sent for him. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I have got to use this in my office. And because it looks kind of 70s. And I thought, this is going to be the key to a video. So here we are. Isn't it interesting how it created that? So back to you guys and being the observer, okay? What a lot of people are doing now that I see, which again, you guys, breaks my heart for everybody, because we don't want to be learning my thoughts create, learning my beliefs create, learning my assumptions create. And therefore, I'm so broken. I'm so messed up. This is all my fault. I effed it up. I messed it up. Okay. What we want to do instead is learn and understand the only person to change is me. To change me, I'm going to observe myself. Instead of being so connected, everything is happening to me, I encourage you to be the observer and observe your energy, observe your thoughts. They are the same thing. Observe you by doing this. Learning to, through repetition, everybody, even being outside of yourself, looking in, but slowing yourself down enough to really understand and observe and understand and witness, what am I creating? Observe first, what are my thoughts about that? Observe first, what are my positive or negative emotions in this moment about whatever I'm creating? Okay. So this is really, really, really important, because the thing about observing has been found in quantum physics. When we begin to observe energy, guess what, you guys? It changes. So remember, you are energy from your top of your head to the bottom of your feet, and even some say about 6 inches outside of you. You are vibrational energy. In fact, everything is vibrational energy. So the handy dandy little egg is energy, right? Today, again, I have a hairbrush. I had this in my last video. A hairbrush is energy. Everything that you see at a molecular level, excuse me, if you were to take a magnifying glass into it, is energy. It is moving around. It is cells, it is molecules that are moving. So therefore, we change energy by observing it, by looking at it and sending it new thoughts, thinking new thoughts, which create new assumptions, which create it to show up differently. It is the same for your SP. And it is, most importantly, of course, the same for you. Because with your specific person, the only thing we're doing is changing you. The only thing we're doing is focusing on having a new story, new thoughts, right? But first, let me give you an example of a client, okay? Let's say that the SP says, I hate you. This was a real story I heard. I hate you. I want you to move out. I'm done with us. I have nothing left. Everything with us is wrong. I'm over it. I have no feelings for you. In fact, I'm thinking about being with somebody else, okay? So that was when she had booked coaching. And I said, okay, so let's first observe the situation. Let's use the data. Let's slow ourselves down. Let's look at it. And I asked her, are you happy with yourself right now? Are you in a place of being, of self-loving, self-liking, of thriving? And are you thinking that he's thinking? What are you thinking he's thinking? Right? We got into the whole thing. Okay. Now, I really encouraged her in the coming couple of weeks to observe herself and slow herself down and say, what am I holding within me? What am I thinking within me? Where am I right now? What's going on inside of me? Okay. Through the power of changing those things, they reconciled, they move forwards in more harmony, more balance, more connected. She never moved out, obviously. Well, not obviously, but that's a story. And in fact, they went and started talking about the second house to buy and all of these things. Okay. So that is an example, though, of how I said to her, and she was doing a bit of this self-blame thing. Oh, Alexis, I know that I create my reality. I manifest everybody and everything. So therefore, this is my fault. Wow. And I said, no, that's not going to help us at all to move forwards. And you probably also blamed yourself for lots of things over the years, because that's where that whole ideology for people usually comes from. Or you were the person who was blamed in your family. Perhaps you were the scapegoat. So now we translate the blame game onto the manifestation thing, the conscious creational thing. Okay. So back to what I was saying is the ability to observe yourself, slow yourself down, and not blame yourself for what you're creating is really, really important. And think about it like this, everybody. It's not so much, yes, everyone is you pushed out and your thoughts create, but what you've already created, it's from assumptions, it's from situations that have happened previously, it's from how you were treated in love and relationships. There's common themes of rejection and abandonment. And the rejection and abandonment with a specific person does not usually come from that SP. It comes from the ingrained assumption of life being rejection oriented or life being abandonment oriented that occurred a long time before the SP. So it has nothing to do with them. It has, yes, everything to do with you, but it's like from all of these ingrained thoughts and the assumptions you had for so long that really were perhaps passed down from your parents for generations, and now you're breaking the cycle. This video is not about generational trauma, so I'm not going to go into that, but I might in another video to give some new concepts. But please get out of the whole blame thing. Like, put it to the side, decide that you're no longer going to tell yourself you're blaming yourself for the things that you've created now as a conscious creator. Doesn't help you. And in fact, when you're thinking thoughts of this is all my fault, you're just taking on the weight of everything, which we don't want to do anyways. We want to say, no, there's always two people. There's always two sides of the coin. There's always two people in every situation, and we're both responsible. We're both taking responsibility, which that client did. Okay. Now, the thing about your energetic reality is that observing it and thinking new thoughts is what gets it to change. And also realizing that the outer reality, your physical reality, is an illusion. So the people in your reality, the things that you see, they are an illusion. They're not really real. This concept also is really, really important to bring in when you're changing somebody from within yourself and you're changing yourself, because you want to realize everything is sort of an illusion. It is an illusion. And it might be like an out there huge concept to think about right now, but it is really accurate. According to quantum physics and the energetic laws of reality, everything is an illusion. Okay. Now, I had a client, or I'm sorry, a subscriber who asked a question in my last video, and I wanted to use it as an example to further illustrate the quantum reality. Okay. So this was from Stella. Hello, whoever you are. Hi, Alexis. I was affirming and my SP asked me out on a date, but he is like not as he was before for me. ... Moment happened for sure, but it's not what I want. What should I do? Now, I can't go into coaching advice about what should you do, but I want to use this as an example, Stella. And please, if you're watching this, let me know, because this is the first time that I've used someone's question in a video. So kind of fun. And I like to bring it in. It's actually pretty fun to do so. I want to use this as an example of what I see a lot, which is that when you're affirming, right? So when you begin to affirm for something, you are naturally being the observer of your reality. Okay. When you begin to affirm for it, and let's say there were no dates, there were no romance, there was nothing planned, you begin to affirm for dates and these things to happen, then the SP comes in and you're like, what? Who are you? Which I think, Stella, you're saying happened. Either your feelings weren't the same or his feelings weren't the same. Okay. I kid you not that there are so many times in my journey in my life when you really quantum switch, when you quantum shift, when you move from one location to another, when you take a drastic change, things can be a little bit haywire. Remember too, we're dimensionally changing perhaps also. So there's a lot of energy and stuff to catch up. You never know how some of these little things happen, but if you feel like you're living kind of in the twilight zone because you started doing a mental diet, or you're doing a mental diet on something new and it feels a little bit crazy, you guys, that's a good sign. So anyone who's like Stella or my clients that have experienced this, I always say, okay, this is so great. So he's changing, you're changing. The answer is always to keep going, just to keep it simple. But you want to know, like, the energy of the reality again is a holographic. It's holographic. So as it switches, it can be a little bit. So just don't let it get you down, and don't create a second story about it, which is, oh, he's changed, I have to work on this. No, it's you. It's you. Remember, it's you. You're rooted in your reality. It's you swimming around in your quantum bubble. Okay. So no, it's that we're going on dates, we're getting better, we're getting more and more connected. You're also flushing out perhaps parts of other people in the past that you didn't like that are showing up through him. We never really know, but just keep on the trajectory of focusing on, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I'm changing within me. I'm working on creating new assumptions, because that's what you're always doing. And then you push out a new reality. Okay. So to sum up this video, please stop blaming yourself. Be on your side, observe what you're creating, look at it as data, look at it just as data. Like, they told me, and that the client I mentioned before, they told me, I hate you. Now, actually, when I say that and we got more dialed into her situation, she had developed self-hatred over a bunch of months because of a bunch of things that had happened. So isn't it interesting? She had self-hatred. She created, he hated her. He just fed it back to her. So you see, it's just data. And it really helps to look at it as data and information, because then we understand, okay, so now I really am deciding I am done with the self-hatred. I'm embracing my self-love. I'm embracing my self-concept. I am thriving now. I am loving the life I'm creating. I'm feeling better and better. I'm moving forwards. Things are happening for me again. Okay. Now, I just said what the mental diet would look like that was very similar for that client. But that's also how you observe. You look at it as data and we create anew. Okay. Last thing is make sure that in your manifesting, you're also including that you're thriving, you're understanding it, you're getting lots of positive feedback, positive momentum, and that you really feel good, you guys, because you deserve it. Okay, so I intend that this video made a lot of sense because they're kind of far out there concepts that I try to bring into manifesting because they really, really, truly have helped me throughout the years. So let's release the self-blame, embrace the self-love. You can have anything, be anything that you want. All right, so I'll see you guys in my next video. And the link for booking one-on-one coaching with me, as well as one-on-one hypnosis, is in the box below. I'm always honored, would love to have you as a client and to help you work through creating whatever you want. All right, make today awesome. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.